The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 153, The Hatch. 3 shadows became modestly visible in the darkness, moving towards the house's entrance. One of these shadows, wearing an English bowler hat, waddled and leaned on a cane. Rita was sure it was the antique dealer, with his characteristic limp and a pipe hanging from the corner of his mouth, glowing like a flickering red light in the dark. The other 2 shadows were clearly his henchmen, following at a respectful distance, wearing long coats and sharp-edged hats. One of them was carrying the antique dealer's leather bag. As they neared the door, they stopped, looked around, and exchanged a few words in whispers. It was evident they were deliberating how to unlock the door and gain access to the house. One of the henchmen ended the debate by stepping back, charging forward, and delivering a powerful kick to the door. The lock resisted the first blow but succumbed to the force of the second. The trio hesitated, checking if any neighbors had been roused by the commotion. No one had. They swiftly disappeared into the house, slamming the door shut. Rita was in a dilemma. Trying to exit the Volkswagen, squeezing through the gap between the wall and the car and fleeing into the city's dark streets wouldn't necessarily be safer. On the other hand, she couldn't remain on the bus indefinitely. Sooner or later the intruders would start searching through the rooms and they would definitely discover the corridor that led to the VW bus. Her best choice was undoubtedly to hide in the house. Grabbing her school bag, she threw the book and flashlight inside. She also searched for the ball of yarn, but to no avail. The cat had rolled it under the small cupboard beneath the sink. Rushing back into the kitchen, she stole a glance out of the window. The men were now halfway through the garden, would soon reach the front door. Rita silently tiptoed into the hallway, planning to hide in the closet. However, she realized that the closets and under the beds would be the first places they would search. It seemed like a mistake to return to the house. She once again considered escaping through the door of the VW bus, but that too seemed useless. Just then, they pushed open the entrance door, and she felt trapped, like a mouse with nowhere to hide. Hearing a creak under her feet, she looked down at the hatch and realized that her only option might be to crawl down into the catacomb. Unfortunately, the flashlight in her school bag had no batteries. She hadn't had a chance to buy any, given how they had chased her through the city. As she contemplated grabbing the piece of rope serving as a handle for the hatch, she noticed Nuria's remote-controlled car under the dining table. It had fresh batteries. She hurriedly stashed the car in her school bag, returned to the hatch, and lifted it. Suddenly a black hole revealed itself in the floor. Hesitantly, she lowered her foot and found the first step with the tips of her toes. She descended cautiously until she could close the hatch above her. Sitting on the stairs, she retrieved the batteries from the car and placed them in the flashlight. Rita switched it on, illuminating the seemingly endless descent. Worried that the light might give her away, she turned it off. She clutched her school bag tightly, hugging her knees in the dark, hoping they wouldn't discover her hiding place. It felt as if she were guarding the book with her life.